Hi, y'all. This week I'm talking about slang. You know, that real informal language that you probably only use with your friends, and you probably use it more in speaking than you do in writing. Slang, there are two different, slang is very similar. Slang is very similar and often mistaken for jargon. Jargon's a little different. What jargon is common to a certain profession or even a hobby or interest. For example, if someone says, "Wow, Uncle Charlie is really on tonight," I know they're a real baseball fan because they know that Uncle Charlie is a baseball jargon term for a curveball. Okay, that's good. Now, if I use the term "Uncle Charlie is really lit tonight," lit is a slang term. Lit is can apply to anything and everything, and is not really restricted to just one group of people or area of interest. So that's a little bit of difference between slang and jargon. You know, slang and jargon can do one of two things. They can create in us a sense of belonging. They can make us feel like we're part of the group. Or they can let us know that we definitely aren't. So it can either include and so slang and jargon can either include or so slang and jargon can either contribute to a sense of belonging or help someone understand that they really don't have. Slang and jargon can help contribute to a sense of belonging or a sense of not belonging. So be careful when you use it. There are a couple of factors, several factors that you should consider when you're deciding whether or not to use slang in your business writing. Gotta scratch my nose. One, think about your brand style. Does that fit with your style? You should have thought about it. You should already know what your brand style is. And if slang or the slang, if the slang doesn't fit with your brand style, I would leave it out. Is your audience broad or are they narrow? Is your audience broad or are they narrow? The use of slang can kind of help. Is your audience broad or narrow? You may have a very niche product, and the people who are in your niche may not object to or maybe they might like that slang language. So there's no hard and fast rule, yes or no. It depends. It's always it depends. Where are you posting? Where are you publishing online? If it's on social media, you might be able to be a little more casual than you would maybe in a blog post or in your written materials. So consider your platform. Is this a timely post or is it something that you want to be evergreen and live on for a long time? If you want it to live on, slang can get dated. And using a word of dated slang can make your whole idea, your whole post seem out of date. So you want to watch that. However, if many social platforms now really emphasize stories. So if it's a story, ephemeral content, which lasts 24 hours and then it's gone, and it fits with your audience, go right ahead and use it. The other thing to consider is your audience international? There are terms, some not even slang terms, but definitely are slang terms that might be misinterpreted and could be offensive to international readers. So know exactly what your terms that you're going to use mean in other languages if you're going to use that. Well, that's really about all I have to say about slang today. And I hope you'll read my blog post, which goes into detail and shows a little more and shows some. Hope you'll read my blog post, which goes into detail a little more and shows a couple of examples of use of slang and use of jargon. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click right down there and just click the subscribe button, and you'll get notified every time I publish new videos, which is about once a week. And I'd love for you to follow me on Twitter at Beth G. Sanders and on Facebook and Instagram at Beth G. Sanders Online. Y'all have a great week. Bye now. Ugh.